We'll just scream. Welcome to Mad About Disney. Today we are covering the 1994 family and for adults vacation planning videos.
I think, hold on, there should be put more emphasis on this one, okay?
Yes.
After 1 year of videos, already one season, apparently the people in the back that are kind of like, wow, what do we really need to do? After 1 year, a 1993 family vacation planning video, somebody said, it is not enough. We got to break this up. We've got to do one for the families. And because adults go too, we've got to have a separate video for adults. Now, this is back in 1994 when they realized that an adults only Disney World vacation was worth it. Now, you don't hear that a lot today. A lot you hear about, I don't know why the adults show up by themselves. But I mean, in 1994, somebody was smart and they're kind of like, oh my gosh. So anyways, just wanted to put a little more emphasis on the fact that after 1 year, apparently the communications and entertainment department realized that parents just want to come here by themselves without kids already.
It's true. It's true. The term Disney...
The marketing department, that's what it was.
The marketing, right. The term Disney adult has become very popular in the past, 15, 20 years.
Right.
I don't think that they were explicitly calling it a Disney adult back in 1994, but
Right.
They definitely knew that they were like, listen, we have an untapped market here.
Yes.
And
yes.
we gotta play to that. So
Right.
I know you kind of jumped into it.
So yeah, let's go ahead and redo our introductions now that we put the emphasis on this big change in just 1 year. Go ahead.
Well, I'm glad that you brought up turnaround within 12 months because the turnarounds that are talked about in this video alone is crazy.
Yes.
But we will get into that. I'm Skipper Melody, you are Skipper Dad.
Still.
And we're gonna get into it. Now, when I did my notes for this, I did do the kids or with family video first.
Correct.
So I figure we can just jump in there
Yep.
and see what they were doing back in 1994. Now, the big projects that Disney was doing in 1994 was June 24th. The Lion King was released
Right.
in theaters, which if you watch this video, the playlist link will be in the description. It is very evident that The Lion King came out and they were like, oh, we're putting this everywhere.
Correct.
They knew what they had immediately. It's kind of scary how well they knew what they had, but we will definitely get into where The Lion King was placed into the parks at the different areas. And then November 11th, so near Christmas of that year, we got the Santa Claus with Tim Allen, Dad.
Correct. The Santa Claus.
The Santa Claus. Yes.
Right.
A family favorite in our household.
Yep.
Starting the video off, you get a really cute scene of a brother and sister looking out the window at the night sky, wishing that they could go to Disney World, which I thought was so cute. And then we get to see a lot of the same clips and guest interviews being used from the 1993 videos. I would say the only difference in these of the clips that they were using was they got a different narrator for this one. And then the pacing of this video was crazy. It went so fast.
Correct.
You got a good 2 to 3 minutes for each attraction in the 1993 video. And this one, they were just like, you're in Magic Kingdom, go ride the Jungle Cruise, Pirates, Thunder, Splash. They just went in on it. And it was a lot of whiplash for me of being like, what's happening right now? You're just blowing past these things.
Correct. Well, let me just start out by saying what I noticed when the video played, and to help you out with your turmoil from the corporate greed standpoint. There was no Delta Airlines intro for you. I think Disney realized your corporate needing to keep that out of it for Disney here in 2025. Apparently got back to them in 1993 until they did something about it in 1994 just to help you out. So no
I
more
went
corporate greed. It's all Disney greed.
I went back in time and I was
Correct.
like, hey, why is Delta? Why are you partnering with Delta? You're the
Right.
freaking Walt Disney Company. Like,
Yeah. I think the mouse is making enough money now. We don't need the corporate sponsors. All right, go
right.
ahead.
Well, The Lion King came out and it just made them a ton of money. So they were
That's
like, we
correct.
don't need
We
to do
don't
this
need Delta
anymore.
anymore. Right. But yeah, I noticed that too. It's kind of like, well, but look, the length of the video for 1993 was 4 times as long as the 1994 traveling with kids, families, right? So
Right.
yeah, they didn't have a lot of time. They figured, okay, you're a year into the planning videos. If you don't know by now what's there, not our problem. We're just going to hit them all. Bam, bam, bam. If you don't know it, that's your problem. Get
Right.
on the
That's
plane, get in
not
the car, get over here. You figure it out.
here's one image of what's going on. Move on. Like,
Correct.
oh goodness. Yes. The things that they did point out that were new from the 1993 was the Lion King stage spectacular, which was actually called The Legend of the Lion King.
Yes.
Dad, did you know that this was something in the Magic Kingdom?
I did not.
Okay.
So 1994 was a great year for our family because that's when I started my first career job.
Nice.
Now, our family
I
had
wasn't even a
our
thought.
family hadn't started for another so many years later, but at least that was getting me to the point of being able to provide for a family.
There you
So
go. There you go. Perfect.
1994, crucial year, right? Because again, the mouse has got to make the money. So that was me finally getting into the financial aspect of Disney World travel,
Right,
being able to
right.
afford it. Let's put it that way.
You were saving up that money to provide for the House of Mouse, right?
Correct.
Right.
Not just my house, but for the house of mouse.
If there's two households we support, it's our household and the House of Mouse.
That's correct.
Yes. So the thing about The Legend of the Lion King is that, so I already said the Lion King movie itself premiered in theaters on June 24th of 1994. The Legend of the Lion King started July 8th of 1994. So only like a week and a half, 2 weeks later did this show start in Magic Kingdom. This show, I watched a video of it this morning. It's crazy. They go through the entire film in like 20 minutes. They have these great puppets that I wish were still around. The puppets looked great. They had Rafiki, Zazu, young Simba, Mufasa, Scar, the hyenas. Like they had everyone. And they go through the whole movie, all the musical numbers. The area that it was located was in the theater that is currently used for PhilharMagic and
Yep.
was actually only closed. Dad, get this. It was closed on February 23rd, 2002, and then was replaced by PhilharMagic.
Crazy.
So, I only a few days before I entered the world and then
Yeah, you're taking credit for closing it down.
yeah,
Wow.
I guess I am. You were born before Disney World opened. I was born before The Lion King closed.
There you go. See? It's all about us.
So guys, if you're upset that this show is gone for Magic Kingdom, I'm sorry, it's my fault. I take responsibility.
Right.
Um I now this show obviously did evolve, so it evolved into the new Lion King production that's at Animal Kingdom, and then I think honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if even the Broadway version like took some inspiration from this show because
I
it
think so.
again it was really cool. And the fact that they had it ready just 2 weeks after the theatrical release is pretty neat.
Yep. Well, they
Um,
knew what they were doing, right? So
right.
it was all prep.
Yeah.
Okay, we're doing this, we're doing this, we're doing this, and everybody's going to want to see it, and we've got to have it at the park as soon as that thing goes. So yeah, I mean, again, marketing, blah blah blah, blah blah blah. Everybody was on top of it, and they knew that to take advantage of it, right? Everybody's going to go see the movie. They're going to Disney. They expect it. So yeah, they
Right.
hit it out of the park.
I mean, I guess the closest thing we have to that today was when the live action Little Mermaid came out and they had the meet and greet like the day it came out. So
Right.
they had already gone through like the casting of who was going to be the cast member portraying the live action Ariel, and then like the theming of that room that they did. They had like replica props from the film and things like that. So Disney will do that a lot if a new movie comes out that they expect to do well, and they just automatically start building things to put it in the park. Um, so definitely like a crazy one for Lion King, though, of just a huge production. The other thing that they went and were advertising was the extraterrestrial alien encounter.
Right. Based off the, I think it was based off the Alien ride itself. Not,
Kind of,
well, the Alien movie,
kind of.
but not really because any of the props that they used had nothing to do with Alien.
Well, I'll tell you why that was. So Disney got the contract with Alien to be able to put xenomorphs into this ride because they did want it to be the xenomorph. They wanted it to be what's the name of the ship in Alien? It's not Nostrum.
I don't know.
It's something that starts with an N. Um,
In Alien?
yeah, an Alien.
I don't know.
That's okay. They got the rights from the creators for Alien to be able to put it into this attraction because they originally wanted a xenomorph there. And then because the film was rated R, there was kind of an unspoken rule at the time that was Disney's only going to put PG properties into their parks.
I
And
do
they
see that
thought,
there was in deep space, the crew of the commercial starship Nostromo is awakened from their cryo sleep.
there you go,
There you
Nostromo.
go.
So yes, it was going to be the Nostromo ship. You were going to encounter a xenomorph, and then they were like, "No, we're not putting anything related to the Alien franchise inside of Magic Kingdom. We're not doing that." So instead, Walt Disney partnered with Lucasfilm, and they made a new original monster that was put into the attraction. And that monster alien animatronic, like you cannot find any photos of it, but apparently this ride like got so many bad reviews because children were literally terrified of it.
Right.
Like they were so scared. So that opened with a soft opening on December 16th, 1994, and ended up closing on October 12th, 2003 to be replaced by Stitch's Great Escape, was a lot more of a family-friendly attraction.
Wow.
Now, what did Disney do with the contract for the Xenomorph, Dad?
I don't know.
You don't know? What? Okay, what attraction had a xenomorph in it?
The great movie, right?
Yeah, exactly. So they got the contract for this ride. And then when it was decided that they weren't going to move forward with it, they still did the xenomorph and the Great Movie Ride.
But that was there in 1990. That was there in 1993.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. Got it.
This extraterrestrial alien encounter was it had a lot of years of pre-production.
Right.
Just because they knew that they wanted to do it, and then it was getting the contract and then going through building the animatronic and deciding if it was going to be too scary and then moving to the original animatronic. So there were a lot of years where Disney just like had this contract. So they were like, just put it in the Great Movie Ride, you know?
Well, it's amazing what they do with everything in the background.
Right. And that's something that, like, regular guests aren't going to know. This is something that me in 2025 learn about from
So,
YouTubers and Wikipedia pages. And
so will they have an aliens area in the villains land? That would be cool.
if they had the Nostromo with xenomorphs,
Right.
no, I think Disney did eventually, that contract ran out.
Right.
And I don't think that was the exact reason that the Great Movie Ride closed a few years ago, but it was one of the reasons. And it was because the contract was running out for them. Who knows where the xenomorph may go next?
Well, enough scaring kids.
Right, right. The next thing that they introduced that's new at Magic Kingdom is a Mickey Mania parade. And that one ran from 1994 to 1996. So just
Yep.
a whole bunch of Mickey going down
Right.
Main Street.
And that was the electric. And they also said this stuff about the electric parade too.
Yep, yep.
Yep. Yep.
Um, yes. They had our amazing, I think they call it like spectral
Yeah. Not,
something.
yeah, not Sparkle-matic, but Sparkle something.
All right. Did you have any other notes that you wanted to bring up from the
No,
Magic Kingdom?
again, this video was going by so fast, right? I mean, shoot, we talked longer than the actual entire video for 3 parks. So,
I know, I know. Well, I was like, we did 1993. We got introduced to the attractions. Now I'm going to
yep,
go into the history of some of them. So,
yep, do it.
especially since it was a shorter video, I was just like, well, let me add some
Yep,
Disney lore in here. Over to Disney Studios. They bring up a lot of the attractions from last time. They do bring up the Muppet Vision 3D, which just closed yesterday as of
yesterday.
recording
Yep,
this on June 7th. Um, a lot of people were emotional about it. A lot of videos on TikTok right now, but they do bring up the Superstar television show once again. Last time they were focusing on an I Love Lucy scene. This time they show a dad joining on Home Improvement with Tim Allen.
yeah,
Uh,
that would have been cool.
yeah, so Tim Allen is becoming like Disney's golden boy right now with Home Improvement and then Santa Claus later that year. Then they go to Voyage of the Little Mermaid, which opened in 1992 at Hollywood Studios. Now, The Lion King had like 2 weeks turnaround, right? Voyage of
Yep,
the Little Mermaid had like 3 years. So at least, they put some more time in for The Little Mermaid. The Little Mermaid did end up closing for COVID, but just reopened. I got to go see it. Nothing has changed. Literally nothing has changed. It's the same animation, same show production. Like they updated some stuff, but besides that, it's very 90s. Which is great. And then they talk about the Twilight Zone Tower of Terror, which opened in July of 1994. So new attraction for that. Um, and that attraction was replicated in some of the other parks, but it's the only one still in the world standing as the Twilight Zone theme.
right. Really happy they didn't change any of that.
Right. I'm really glad that this attraction like basically hasn't changed. I guarantee that they added more lore stuff to it over the years, but it's the same attraction as it
Yep,
was in 1994.
that's right. And for me, again, right, being an originalist, right, I'm just glad it's kept it is what it is, and that's the way it should be.
Hmm. Did you know that it was originally supposed to be a hotel that guests could stay at?
Yes, I did. I remember that.
Hmm.
But for
So
whatever reason, they canned that.
I
which is
think they
okay.
realized that the soundproofing to make sure that the guests sleeping wouldn't hear the guests screaming, kind of,
Right.
right.
Well, let's do the Star Wars Hotel, and maybe for Tower of Terror. I don't know if it would have had the same outcome or not, but if they also would have built it, yeah, it couldn't have been close to it, right? Because you would have heard screams all the time. So
Right.
yeah, it makes sense that they didn't do it.
I think what you got to do is kind of like a Cinderella suite situation
Yes.
where, like, if you're really rich or really famous, you can stay in that suite in Cinderella's castle. But instead, you have a suite at the Hollywood Tower Hotel.
Right.
So it's like, here, you can choose. Do you want to stay in the nice and pretty Cinderella castle or the dilapidated lightning struck Tower of Terror? Which one do you want?
Sorry.
Uh,
Yep.
the,
I would have been yeah, again, I don't know, right? It's one of those, I mean, there's uh, so many soundproofing things that they can do, but
Now, especially.
it would have been cool to say, hey, that's what I did, right? I guess that's what the people who get to stay in Cinderella's castle get to say is, hey, we were able to do it,
Right. Hmm.
right?
So the only other thing that they show is Aladdin's Royal Caravan, which is a little parade that they did in Hollywood Studios. I did look it up just for fun, and it seems that there were spinning camels on the parade floats that
Right.
were then repurposed and put in front of Aladdin's magic carpets at Magic Kingdom.
Yes. After they got rid of them from there, yes, that's where they came from,
Yeah,
and that's what's repurposing props, which is pretty cool.
yes. Disney likes to do that a lot. There's a lot of props that they'll take and put into other areas, reusing like animatronics or um, little like costuming bits or statues or anything like that. Uh,
Yep.
there's a ton of videos and pages out there that explain, hey, this mummy foot from the Great Movie Ride is in Galaxy's Edge, and like this thing is over here and this thing is over there. So it's pretty cool.
No, I thought that was pretty interesting because I can't remember the parade that they were showing in the 1993 video for it. It definitely wasn't the Aladdin parade.
No, not with the like, I think I saw it was like 35-foot tall genie.
Yep, correct.
Yeah, that thing was huge. Are you ready to go over to Epcot?
Yep.
Okay.
And again, that's how fast it was.
Yep, it's like just go, 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 go. Um, over to Epcot, they show Innovations, which was or Innoventions that was opened on July 1st, 1994. Now, in here, Dad, I don't know if you were ever in the room when me and my brother were doing this, but we had a DVD for the movie Aladdin. And on the bonus features of that DVD, you could go on an adventure on the magic carpet where you would choose, like, go left or right, and you would be flying through Agrabah and through, like, the um, Cave of Wonders, and you'd be doing this entire flight, right? And
Right.
it was a fun little game. Me and Dustin would lay out a blanket on the floor and we would like fly around and act like we were flying on the carpet. Well, when they bring up Innoventions, they show a kid with like almost a VR headset on flying through the same animation that was in that bonus feature on the DVD.
Right.
And I looked it up of like, is this the same VR experience? Like, was it the same thing? And it looks like it was. It looks like whatever Disney did for the VR experience, they just put onto the bonus features of the DVD,
Right.
which I was like, that's insane. So, something I was doing in my basement was something that you could do over at Epcot. So I thought that was pretty neat. They also had a giant Sonic the Hedgehog figure in the background, which I was like, I've
I
never
didn't
seen.
I didn't see the big Sonic the Hedgehog.
You didn't see him?
No.
Oh my God. Did you the Do you remember the interview with the dad standing next to his son in front of like the arcade game?
Yes.
So right on top of that area, there's like an elevated platform, and you can see
Right.
the bottom of Sonic's feet there.
Okay.
And you see a full like scene of him during one of the like little shots that they
Right.
did. But yeah, apparently they had a deal with Sega for a bit, and they had Sonic the Hedgehog there. So if you want to see Sonic, I guess go to Disney in 1994. They did for the kids at Epcot, they focused on Maelstrom and then the El Rio del Tiempo, which was the uh, Mexico boat ride before it became the Three Caballeros.
Right.
Um, so a lot of focus on those two rides for the family video. And then Dad, did you see the thing that I cheered for when I saw it of one of the countries?
Let me make sure. So I forget if it's the adult part because in the adult part they made sure to like do more about the countries and the restaurants.
Right.
As far as the kids,
They showed it real quick when they were like just going over like, hey, this is America, Italy, Germany.
no, I don't remember.
Dad, we talked about it when we went to Epcot the other day. It's the tram in the UK.
Oh, the tram in the UK again, the bus ride that you
Yeah,
could take.
they still had it there.
Right. Well, again, I was still back to the whole fact that, again, next video I'll expand on it because they brought that one piece up again, but this is the family one.
Right.
But yeah, again, a lot of little it's a lot of bits from the countries for the kids.
Yes. Yeah, I was just like, I saw it and I was like, you've got to be kidding me. The tram's back. This is crazy.
Still there from 1993.
Right. Um, so are you good with Epcot for the family video?
Yeah, they again, what else was there really for kids?
Not a lot. It is
Other
something
than the
where Epcot is more known as the adult park or the
right.
park for adults. It's
There's a few of the pavilions that have rides, but but again, for kids, it wasn't that big.
right. Exactly. So it talks about park hopper tickets, which were not mentioned in the 1993 video. Uh,
Yeah, that was interesting that you could come and go from the three parks that were available. Yeah, at any time that you wanted to.
yeah, definitely. And it said that you could purchase your tickets at any Disney store, which I was like, oh, so you could go to like the physical Disney store at like the
Yes.
mall and buy Disney tickets.
Yeah, at the outlet and things like that. Yeah, you used to be able to just go buy everything there.
Right. That was crazy to me. I was like, you can
Yep,
buy theme park tickets at just like a regular store,
correct.
which of
For
course
that.
now there's like no Disney stores, so I don't like you're just buying your tickets online at this point.
No, no. Now you can just go to whatever store you want and go pull off a Disney gift card and take care of it that way.
Right, right. Um, yeah, it was like my mind was blown when I heard that. I was like, what? What do
Right.
you mean?
Yeah,
The
because nowadays you can just go online and buy it. You don't have to go to a store.
right, right. Yeah, genuinely shocking to me. It then went into recreation very quickly in recreation. It did hang on to Typhoon Lagoon for a second.
Yep.
There was a mention of river country, but nothing in depth. They covered Gulf very quickly, Discovery Island, Pleasure Island, the Hoop-Dee-Doo Review, and the Polynesian Luau. Which, by the way, Dad, I think we need to go to the Hoop-Dee-Doo Review.
I think so.
I think we need to do it for
Yep.
research purposes.
I know
Uh,
yeah, and I know we were talking about again going back to dinners, Magic Kingdom. I know we want to do the horseshoe dinner buffet. So, but we just talked about that recently.
yeah,
A
yeah,
lot of that stuff was, you know, again, before I was able to take my family there. I mean, man, all those awesome places were there. So, yep, we
right.
want to go and do those.
Well, they keep on bringing up the Polynesian luau. I don't think they do that anymore.
Now they took it, they uh, closed it, tore down the building, and now you have your Polynesian. Are those the
Oh,
vacation
the Disney
club
Vacation Club?
villa building? Is that what that is now?
The Vacation Club building?
Yes,
Yeah.
the big new tower that they put on there.
Yep.
So yeah, I don't know if they're going to bring that back or not.
Who
They
knows?
should.
I mean, they have Trader Sam's there, so like,
I mean,
I
well,
don't
what do
know. Polynesian
what,
luau or Trader Sam's. I don't know.
right? What do you really need, right?
Right, right. Um, the other thing was they mentioned the hotels, so they got three new hotels in 1994. You got your All-Star Sports Resort and All-Star Music Resort, and then Disney's Wilderness Lodge.
Right.
So, all still standing, all still great hotels, but it did start bringing in the value resorts and the
Correct.
premium resorts. Um,
Yeah, it was always make it known to fit any budget.
any budget, yes. Um, which, yeah, yeah, a whole bunch of fun with those. Um, I found it funny that they were like, if you're ready to make this reservation, call this number or check the booklet inside your VHS box. Because these weren't vacation planning DVDs, these were VHSs
That's correct.
that were being sent out.
That's right.
But you know what? They were being sent out in a safe manner because at the end of the video, you find out that this video has been literally brought to you by FedEx.
Yep.
So instead of Delta taking over the entire video, you just get one line at the end that it's sponsored by FedEx. And I really like that it said literally
Yes.
brought to you, just in case you thought it was figuratively,
No, it literally.
literally, because
That's
FedEx
right.
was the one dropping it off at your door.
That's right.
So literally
And they also mentioned there was a special discount in the box as
just for
well,
you, right?
just for you.
Just for you.
First, you had to know how to actually send in for this video.
Right.
So, I mean, if you recall, and I'll tell the 2000s, right, that yours truly was yearly getting our, the move from VHS to DVDs
Mm-hmm.
yearly, right? But I had to go in and make sure that I go and signed up for it. These people were like, I don't know what they were doing, but hey, send me a VHS of this.
Right.
So cool.
Oh, it was crazy. All right. My last note from the family video was that they had that clip of the giant Mickey balloon
Yes.
flying over Magic Kingdom, and I literally just wrote in my notes, "We will never escape." Like
Right.
it's just watching over us.
Correct. Yep.
You walk through Magic Kingdom, and suddenly just a shadow engulfs Main Street.
Oh my gosh. That's a little dark.
Listen, it's a creepy balloon.
Yeah, you need to get counseling.
I blame you. So. All right, are you ready for the adults video?
Yes,
Wonderful.
because again, I'm going to make a point that just in 1 year, they knew that they had to make a change
Right.
because they were kind of like, wait a second, we're doing these videos for kids? The kids aren't paying for this. It's the adults. And you dang well know, and I'm sorry, to this day, when we go and we watch families go to Disney World, right? With the kids, it's not like the Disney World vacation planning video for families. They should actually be like more of a, okay, you're coming. We know you got a little bit of time. You're with the kids. You're going to go from sun up to sundown. And by day 3, right, everybody's lost it, going freaking crazy. So the marketing team or whoever it was at Disney World said, you know what? After their 5-day trip, they're probably never coming back. So let's make another video that says, hey, just so you know, adults, you can come back without the kids. And let's specifically name the video that. Can you imagine? Right? What? I can go there without the kids? Are you serious? You mean no kids? You mean no kids?
Now, listeners, I'd like to point out to you that whenever dad goes to the parks, his kid that is now an adult but is still his kid is usually with him. So
Correct. Someday I will be part of the 1994 crew.
someday you'll get to go to the parks without a kid.
Correct.
I don't know what it's going to happen for you, but someday.
Correct. What'll that be like?
No, I mean you've gotten to go alone without me.
I have,
And how do you enjoy it? How do you enjoy going?
you know, it's nice. I can sit back, relax, do what your mom wants.
Right. Yes. Yes.
So,
There's always that caveat that they don't exactly mention. It's like
correct.
for the adults. Also, husbands, you still have to deal with your wife. Sorry.
Correct. I mean, hello.
No, no. Yeah, I mean, I go to the parks as a adult myself, and I it's so nice getting to go. I don't have someone that I'm responsible for. And so I just get to do whatever I want, which is great.
Right.
And that's really, I mean, when we
Right.
when we moved down here, we had the same feeling going to the parks as adults, no children under what, like 13.
Yep.
That it's a whole new world, which is what the adults
Yeah.
video starts with.
So true. And then when it got to that point, right, it's kind of like, oh my gosh, do you understand they actually have benches that you can sit on? I
Right.
mean, did you know that's a whole nother world at Disney World, right?
Yep.
Take a chance. Just take a chance and
Right.
sit on a bench and watch. You will see Disney World in a whole nother light. And again, that's
Yep.
why I think they made this video.
Exactly. So yes, it's a whole new world. There's so the without the kids video that was like super fast and whiplash with the
Yep.
different narrator. This video is the same narrator from 1993, and it's a lot slower. They don't mention as much in the parks as the four kids video did, but it's a lot slower, a lot better paced.
Correct.
There's no like whiplash and jump cuts, like
Yeah, because they're catering to come to Disney World and enjoy it.
right.
Don't come to Disney World and it's a 5 day marathon, right? You've got to get everything in, right? They're more going back to the laid back, easy breezy trip to Disney World, whatever that means. But
Right. When was the trip to Disney World laid back?
uh, you know, when I've had to be there for a couple of hours because I was all alone and by myself, I had to figure out what to do. So it was a lot of bench sitting. So
Right.
that was pretty much easy breezy, but I was just trying to kill time too. So,
I
but
think I remember you sending me those photos of like
okay,
just
it's been
sitting on a
another
bench.
30 minutes. It's been another 30 minutes. I don't know what to do.
Right.
Right.
Oh goodness. Yes, so a few different, well, one line that was said by a guest, some guests that were adults was we worked hard, now we have time to enjoy ourselves,
Correct.
which I thought was, really good for the
Yeah. That was
adults.
a lady in the golf cart, right? Yeah. We
Oh,
worked hard. Now it's time to enjoy it.
that was so funny.
But that's right. But again, as a parent, right, you want to be able to enjoy it. So, and not that again, I'm not going to take anything away from taking your family, taking your kids, because I think it's one of the greatest things ever, right? To go through those magical moments, right? But then it's kind of like, okay, after that vacation's done, then you want to go on a vacation again to make up for it. And that's what I think Disney is trying to say is that, hey, you can come do your week long or whatever trip with your family, but then just come back as an adult. And again, like you said, it's a whole new world, right? It's a totally different trip.
Right,
And that's been our experience. So
definitely. So instead of starting at Magic Kingdom like the family video did, This one actually starts at Epcot.
Right.
Like we said, Epcot is generally the more adult park. It's the one that adults like more. They highlight the boat ride in Mexico because, it's a relaxing ride experience. Um, and then they have, so instead of a lot of guest interviews for this one, they moved to cast members talking, which I thought was a good idea. And they have a cast member saying, stop by guest services to pick up your guide for all the, food and different locations you can go to,
Right.
which, especially for Epcot, with all of their festivals, they have their guides now, which you can pick up relatively anywhere. But those guides have all the different food locations, what offerings are there during their festivals, things like that. So definitely at Epcot, it's very important to grab a guide if you have the time and the space available to go get those different kinds of food. Heck,
Yeah. Again, it's catering to what the adults are going to be doing, right? They're more into it may not be all about the rides. It may not be about fast pace. It's about come get your guide. We'll tell you where the restaurants are, the drinks are, the entertainment, right? And then we're just here to cater to you. So ask us for help if you need it.
right. Um, they definitely the area for Epcot, they weren't as focused on the attractions as much as they were the food and shopping.
Yep.
So, they were like, come to Epcot for food, shopping, like just relax, take your
Yep.
time going through the countries. And then they had a really good line, which was Epcot without kids is a blast.
Right.
Joe was like, you know what? True. Probably true.
True. Very true. True.
Very true.
Very true.
You would know.
Sure. You want to point that out to the masses? Fine with me. They know. At least I would hope they know. If not,
Dad, was
we can
Epcot
help.
with me at 10 better or Epcot with me at 21?
You're the best.
Yeah.
Let's move on.
Okay, we're just not answering that. Sounds good. All right. So then they go over to Disney Studios, and it's a lot of the same stuff that they were pointing out. They do bring up the Monster Sound Show during this video and not the kids one. So I was glad because I watched the kids video and I was like, did they already get rid of the monster show? And then no, it's still there. It's just advertised towards the adults. They also had the Superstar television with the Tim Allen spotlight again.
Yep.
But in the kids video, they say watch your dad on screen with Tim Allen. And
Right.
then in this one, they said be on screen with Tim Allen. So,
Yep.
you know,
Yep.
a
That
bit of
personalized touch.
right,
Yep.
a bit of change of words. And then something I was upset about, I was very upset about this. The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles were in the kids' family video, okay? And it wasn't in the adults' video. And Disney, as an adult, I would like to just let you know if you ever bring back the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, I will be there every single day, and I feel like that should be catered to me. um, so I want you to get out of here with you saying that they are only meant for the families. The adults are going to love them too. So please just
Well, but yeah, but back in 1994, some of us were getting out of our kids phases or having kids, right? And so now, 2025, right? Those things have changed. So again, for our family, right? We've been through the paces with stages. So now we enjoy it a little bit different than we did back then. But yeah, again, I really like Disney Studios back then. The backlot tour through the neighborhoods, right? And more of the sets, the animation area where you could walk through and watch them drawings. Again, all of that would have been really cool because it was actually a studio back then, right? And then
Right.
of course, the celebrities who were there all the time back then. I know we have celebrities go through there now, but not at a, hey, today we have so and so showing up. I don't think you get that. I don't think you get that much anymore. But yeah, so that's Hollywood Studios.
Yeah. No, I mean
Sorry,
now,
Disney Studios.
right, Disney Studios. Now, if a celebrity comes in, it just really depends on what they want to do.
Correct.
Typically, they're signed up with a VIP tour guide that like just takes them all around the back. That way, they're not in the crowds. Occasionally, you'll get like we were there a day that there was like a wrestler or some kind of like sports person
Yep.
that was there, and everyone was like, "Oh my gosh, he's here!" And so you could
Yep.
go over to see him because he didn't get a VIP tour guide. Like he was just like, I don't care.
Right.
And then there's people like Ashley Eckstein, the voice actress for Ahsoka Tano from the Clone Wars. She shows up at Hollywood Studios freaking every week.
Right.
And you don't know if she's there, like there's not a watch for her or something.
Right.
But like if you see her, you can just be like, "Hey, Ashley," and she's really chill. So you and that's at every Disney park, but definitely Hollywood Studios is the one where I feel like a lot of celebrities end up showing up for some reason.
Right.
Which that may just be because like if they go to Magic Kingdom, they ask for those VIP tour guides more just because it is so populated.
Yep.
But yeah, it definitely would have been really cool back in the day to see it. I did like they brought up the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse,
Yeah.
the original Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. So they brought up that was included as like a highlight on your tour, which I thought was cool.
Not the original Mickey Mouse Club,
No,
but the 90s, early 2000s Mickey Mouse Club.
right. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When they were young, before they all went down the tubes.
Right. Who was in those? There was like someone
Timberlake, Britney Spears,
yeah,
Aguilera.
Ryan Gosling?
Yes. All
Yeah.
those people.
Yeah, Ryan Gosling was in there.
All right, move on.
Yeah. So now we finally go to the Magic Kingdom, right?
Correct.
A new look at an old favorite is how
Right.
they pronounce that. Um, they again some other just lines. You have come without the kids, and it's a whole different world. They again talk about picking up your guide maps and entertainment schedule so you can see the shows. And then they highlight the Hall of Presidents for the adults. Like they bring it up in the family video, but in this one, they're like, the Hall of Presidents. And I'm like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, I'm not really sure that's the highlight of a parent's trip, but again, I mean they go through Adventureland in like 3 seconds. They go
Right.
through Presidents, they go to Tomorrowland, right? More emphasis on Tomorrowland and our freaky ride. And
Alien
then over
County.
to, and again, just that fast, and we're already talking about the daytime and nighttime parades at Disney World.
Right. They go quick. Yeah, Magic Kingdom, they definitely just zoop, like that's it.
Right.
So then they go into the recreation, which you mentioned the golf again.
Yeah, not just one, not two, but five world-class golf resorts. So again, it's again the video is doing what? It is plucking the strings of adults.
Right.
It's everything adults want to hear. What's it? What you know? Okay, I want to go somewhere. Where can I go that's I can basically have my I've got everything at my fingertips, right? And this is what Disney is trying to do. You come here, you can have the theme parks, uh, any kind of entertainment, all the pools, right? 5 golf courses, entertainment, relax, whatever it is. And that's what adults want to hear, right? And so they are plugging as hard as they can to basically say, come here for your, adults vacation.
Right. And in that one, they do mention like the Typhoon Lagoon, I don't know if they mentioned River Country, but they don't like focus on any of it. They just go by it really fast.
Correct.
The only recreation thing that they focused on was Pleasure Island,
Yeah.
which was marketed in both videos as like a place more for the adults than for the kids.
Right. But that time for Pleasure Island, they made sure it was, hey, if you wanted country or you wanted rock or you wanted this or you wanted that, they made sure, right? Again, where as an adult, because we're all different, right? They wanted to make sure that they pinpointed that they've got options for everything.
Yep.
So, yep.
Yeah, you could find anything you want there.
Right.
Like they had, I think they said 8 different nightclubs.
Yeah. Yep.
So yeah, I mean, that was what is now Disney Springs. Was
Correct.
built on the bones of
That's
Pleasure
right.
Island. They do, along with like the relaxation bits, they have a lot of different scenes of people like walking by the waterways,
Yep.
which there was a really good one at the Caribbean Beach Resort that was a beach with some chairs on it that literally just sloped right into the water.
Correct.
Like I saw the like people on the beach going into
Well,
the
that
water.
was,
That was
yeah, well, that was in the 1993 video, right? All these
right.
videos, you have beachfront uh, swimming. So you could just go right from your chair, right from the beach into the lakes there. Now, I'm not sure what the gator problem was back in 1993 or 94, but everybody's swimming.
It wasn't a problem back then. Who knows?
Apparently,
I maybe Disney had a contract with the Gators,
I guess.
and then they just not the football team, but
I,
like the
I
Gators
don't,
in the
yeah,
pool.
right, right.
Right.
Yeah, I'm not really sure. It'd be interesting to look back at 1993, 94 news articles to see, when did it specifically become an issue? Because I mean, if you look at it, everybody's out there playing. I
Yep.
don't know, like River Country, I remember that they kind of like set it up with ropes and nets and stuff like that. But yeah, these places are just, no, just go in, just go in. But again, I don't know what the problem was back then
Well,
versus
I
now.
did. So I did look up because I was curious about River Country. There were 3 events that happened at River Country, um, that ended up giving it the negative reputation that it
Yep,
had and eventually ended up closing it. And all 3 of those events happened before these videos.
right.
So the like quick mentions of River Country, the more focus on Typhoon Lagoon, I'm just
Yep.
wondering if that's because those events already happened.
Well, sure. But again, it's not like your social media is not around, right?
Right,
Social media, everybody having a cell phone, and you get, if something happens right now, it's can be spread throughout the entire world in 60 seconds, right?
right,
So if you don't mention stuff, it doesn't make the news. Nobody's going to know about it, right? But if you spend more time on other things, everybody's going to forget about that. So, but again, sign of the times, right? So a
yeah,
lot of changes. I mean, but yeah, so they talking about the adults showing these, a lot of, again, the lady, I think the same lady from who was in the golf cart comes up again, saying, oh, how great this is because I don't have to do anything. This is so great, right? And then from there, they get into the your hotel options, right? They start at Boardwalk, then they mention the value resorts again, right? And here's your plethora of hotels for any budget, including the now Disney Springs location hotels. But this time, they just have an outside picture of it, and they just, kind of like at your movie scroll right at the end of the movies. Okay, here they are, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and that's it, right? I mean, they're
yeah.
blowing through them.
They're
So,
not they're not focusing on those. They literally do just like a Star Wars scroll
yep,
of like, hey, here's all the hotels, the 7 hotels that are like kind of
yeah, that
on
we have
our
a
property.
partnership with. But other than that, we want you to get back to our hotels because
Right.
this is where you're going to have the service, and they do make a plug about that. the big thing that they show is they've got a big banner. Stay at the Disney hotels because it's all about the Disney 24-hour service,
Yes.
right? So again, back then for adults, all adults want to do is here, I'm getting 24-hour care. I'm going to be able to do what I want when I want, and I'm going to get, service 24 hours a day. So,
Right?
yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I feel like they did a good job catering for both. Like, hey, families, here's what you can do with all of your kids. And then this video, like, here's what Disney's like as an adult. Like, you get to relax, you get pampered. Um, if you stay on property, like you're gonna get the best of the best every day. Uh,
Yeah. And then with that, right? It's like, okay, at our hotels, you're closest to the parks. And then
you
you
get
get
free
early access.
transportation.
Yeah, and then you get early access to the parks.
Yeah, they
And
had
then
early access.
yeah, and then right after that is the new one, which is special park pass, right?
Yes.
Now, the 1993 had the what was that called? The 5 day
Five
whatever?
day super pass.
Yeah, the 5 day super pass.
Uh-huh.
And now in the families video from 94, you get the park hopper. Well, now in the 1994 without kids video, now you get details on a special park pass.
Right.
So I thought that was kind of interesting that, no, again, it's all about the perks. This is the special thing that you get, the special thing. If it's special, then there's something more to it, right?
So here's what I'm imagining. There was a dad, right, that took their kids to the mall, went to the Disney store, and was like, all right, kids, like, look at all the Disney stuff, right? And then he goes up to the counter and he's like, listen, I'm planning a Disney trip with my wife. I'm not going with the kids. So I need the special
Right.
pass.
I need the special pass, whatever that meant.
Right, right. Not the park hopper, not that
Yeah.
one, but special pass.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. So yeah, definitely a, novel idea, splitting it up. Um, Adding in, I think the marketing department did well.
Right.
I don't know, when we started ordering the DVDs, there wasn't like a adult versus family
No,
option.
no. I think again, I think it was yeah, I think when they're going to send out videos, they're going to get feedback, right? And probably somebody said, well, we don't have kids. So if you're releasing videos, how about you do a video for, people that don't have kids? So I think that's why they broke it out 1 year later.
Yeah,
But because it is, right? I mean, whether you have kids or you don't, I mean, you're the ones that are coming down there spending the money. So if you're not going to cater to, if there's nothing for adults to do, unless you have kids, then we'll go somewhere else. And so I
right.
think that was Disney's quick turnaround to say, whoa, 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 we got a whole segment of people that we need to help the House of Mouse with. So we better cater to them,
Well, and
right?
we're gonna see for 1995 next time they split it into three videos.
Well, okay, maybe a trip for the dogs. I don't know, but anyways, we'll figure that one out. Or
Surely
maybe
we
just,
will.
or maybe just the, because as of nowadays, right? Maybe it's for the bachelorette parties or the bachelor parties because we see a lot of groups at Epcot. We see a lot of groups like that. So maybe in 1995 they broke it out for there, but
Maybe in 1995 was when Disney started hosting the cheerleading competitions.
no, no, let's hope not. All right, anyways,
Come to Disney with your cheerleading squad.
right.
Oh, goodness.
No, the tour groups. That's what it is.
Right.
Everybody loves the tour groups.
Oh, we sure do. We love them.
All right. So before I get into trouble, I'll stop at that.
All right. Well, did you have any other final notes on 1994?
No, again, I did appreciate the fact that, somebody realized it really fast that, there is Disney World for the families, which I think is awesome, especially when you're able to take your kids there for the first time. Maybe when they're a little bit older, not when they're 2 or 3, but when they can actually, carry their own backpack for a little while. That's kind of nice. And
Once you can use the kids for manual labor, like
yeah, I
then
think
we're
yeah, when they're transporting their own stuff, right? I think that's when to go because I think you get they'll appreciate a little bit more that hey, you got to put in some work too because that's all you've done. But then as an adult, right? Hey, I want to go somewhere where I get taken care of. And if I'm going to see if somebody's going to promote themselves and say, hey, we want you to come here, we'll take care of everything. All you got to do is come here, show up, and we got you. And what and whatever fancies you, we've got it. We can cater to anything you want. And that's what, even today, that's what I want to hear. So
well,
yeah,
and especially
perfect,
thinking about
perfect.
it, like for the like carrying your own stuff, Disney has a service where if you're staying at a hotel and you decide to buy something on property, you can ask for it to be sent to your hotel. So you
Correct.
don't have to carry it the rest of the day. They just
Yep.
they take care of it. And I think we utilize
Oh,
that.
we use that a lot. Yep.
Yeah, because I'm remembering when me and Dustin, we bought the Banshees from
Yep.
Pandora.
Yep.
And I think when we bought those, we just got them sent back to the hotel room. So
Yep.
then
We
when
get
we
a lot
got,
of stuff. Yep.
yeah, when we went back that night, we have video of us like getting them out and playing with them. But
Yep.
yeah, I mean, Disney does provide like a lot of world-class service. That's why people love going.
Yep.
Um, so they've been doing it since at least 1993 and they've continued doing it. So,
That's right.
I mean, if you don't have any other final notes besides that,
No, I think the big takeaway, right, is again, hey, we're marketing Disney World to everybody.
right.
And we're trying to make sure that everybody understands what's going on with or without kids. The
Yes.
service for kids, for adults, pinpointing what kids want to hear, pinpointing what adults want to hear. I mean, that's a big sell, right? That's huge.
Right.
And they pretty much nailed it with this video, especially back in 1994 time, right? Totally different time, totally different things are going on at that time versus now, right? I do wish now Disney was about the service that they were back then. Uh, a lot of the perks, instead of now everything's got a fee, right?
Right.
But again, they knew what they were doing back then. So, and
Well,
I think they tried to hit it out of the park the best
yeah.
they could with this video.
Let's hope that Josh tomorrow becomes the CEO of Disney after Bob Iger leaves.
Well, us being mad should say this. Hey, Josh, we watched the 1994 video and understood what they were trying to do. How about you do it? Because apparently back in 1994, service, 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 that's what wins.
It was the service and the crazy ideas presented by Michael Eisner.
Correct. Huh. If we give them the perks, it's almost like this. Uh, what is it? If you say it, they will come, right? I mean, if you
Right.
build it, they will come. If you give them more than what they want, they'll come back.
Well, I mean, look at what they're doing now. They're expanding Magic Kingdom to add in villains.
Yep.
They're putting in a Cars area, which is going to do well with a lot of kids. They're doing Monsters Inc. They're doing a replacement of Aerosmith at Rock and Roller Coaster with the Muppets. They're what else are they doing? They're doing Moana ride, Zootopia, Coco. They're doing like a ton of stuff, or they've planned to do a ton of stuff over the next like 10, 15 years. So watching, I may need a Disney vacation planning video for 2028 of like,
Right.
what are all the new things? What do I need to
Right.
go do? So,
Well, but that's stuff that Disney needs to be doing anyways to keep up with the times and to keep up with the competition.
right.
Right? They've got to keep adding, they've got to keep expanding, they got to keep doing that because but I think it's still about service, right?
Yes.
Nowadays in 2025, versus 94. In 94, it was more about service. Hey, this is all the service you get. This is what you get. You get the special park pass. You get this. You get that. You get this. Right. And now it's more about, okay, if you want any of that, right, you're paying for it. And I hope that they didn't get away from service unless you pay for it to help them be able to compete against the competition.
Yeah.
Right. Because I know it's, Disney World and Universal, right, are going at it. And that's why, they got to keep building. But the perks and the service, if you want to keep people coming, you got to make it better for them, because I think at the end, the more service you get, the more money people are going to pay. I mean, it's kind of a weird concept, but I don't understand why people don't think that, that actually works. So,
yeah. I mean, definitely the masses are going to go to whoever treats them the best.
That's correct.
They're not going to want to go to a place that
nickels and dimes you.
Yeah, exactly. And Disney, they've fallen on the wayside a bit with that.
Yep.
Especially in the past few years, I'd say. They've started nickel and diming a bit, but the tides change, they roll.
That's
so
correct.
we'll see what comes with the next wave, definitely.
Yep.
All right. Well, I mean, we're still mad.
That's right. Definitely mad.
We're all mad here. Thank you everyone for listening, and we will be back next time covering 1995.
That's right.
All right.
1995.
1995,
How about
baby.
that too?
You're mad about that too. We're mad about everything.
Right.
All right.
All right.
Okay. Bye.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Mad About Disney is an independent podcast. Music is done by Aaron Jacob. Artwork is done by Josh Lakaitis. Editing is done by Skipper Melody. Links can be found in the description, and the show is hosted by Skipper Melody and Skipper Dad.